make a statement, sir? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
First, I just want to correct some of the puke coming out of Gordon's mouth. Whatever this 2012, I mean, this is how this stuff starts, this fabrication, these wild stories, wild imagination. I was never charged with any possession in 2012. I believe that was Stephanie. In this.
This is his moment to speak before sentencing, but what he says might hurt him more than help him. Watch how this statement unfolds.
93 police report. I read that. There were many suspects in there, and I had nothing to do with anything that happened down there. I didn't commit any murder in Milwaukee. And this stuff about being a parent, I was only a parent till Layla was about 9 years old. I was never given a chance to be a parent after that age because of all the goofy stuff that was happening here in court with the chips and custody and all that. And one of the state doctors that was prescribing Layla medication ended up losing his license because he was over-prescribing to minors. I think that's one of the reasons why Layla was on so much medication when she was younger. He was never charged, but he lost his license. His name was Dr. Ronald Rubin. I mean, you can look into that, and that was one of the people that actually made decisions about my character. And, you know, I mean, we could go into a rabbit hole about his character. And I just want to make a statement about this case. I look at the justice system here in the United States. It's about winning. It's not about the truth. The U.S. has 4% of the world's population. 20% of the people behind bars on this planet are here in the United States or on probation.
He starts by attacking witnesses, calling testimony fabrication and imagination. No remorse, just denial.
Why? Maybe sham trials. And I think this was definitely a sham trial called Making a Murderer here in Waukesha. It was definitely a pseudo-sham trial where psychopaths in suits fabricated extreme circumstantial events and turned them into their wild imagination. No wonder why they get away with manufacturing charges. The public and jury believe these lies and story. Missing in this whirlwind of hysterical hyperbole I was seen with 3 little green men hovering above the woods in a dish-shaped object going down in a beam of light. The good old boys, for some reason, didn't focus on the truth that the scalpel found in the woods was most likely used by Stephanie's own hand, and then possibly a seizure, because I was never in the woods. The dog and truck was prejudiced against me. It was just blatantly silly and probably thought out in advance. The detectives tried to alter the suicide note right here in court, right before the court's eyes. Crazy enough, Stephanie's heroin and drug charges back in 2013, the same DA.
Then he shifts, claiming the entire system is corrupt. But in a courtroom, big accusations without proof carry very little weight.
Same DA's office wanted Stephanie in prison for a long time or institutionalized and considered her dangerous. Maybe if these so-called professionals did their job, we wouldn't be here. How deep does this rabbit hole go? Well, maybe one day on review for this huge blunder, these people here better have the right answers, because I am the only victim here. I'm the one being murdered by the new Gestapo. All the testimony showed no smoking gun, except the police think or thought I did something. This is prosecution, not justice, by a tyrannical fascist dictator government here in Waukesha. Coming to my house with a tank and then wondering why I couldn't remember accurate details about the purse and phone. It's amazing I can remember anything. Yes, I did exhibit some odd, maybe strange paranoid behavior by not calling the police. But if you look at my past cases fabricated against me, where I told the truth and still charged.
Now listen closely. He repeats the same line again and again. I was never there. Repetition like this isn't random. It's meant to create doubt.
I was still charged. Also, Stephanie was involved in some of that fabrication too. This took years off my life fighting. Opera and the clan know what I mean. The mark on Layla's butt, alleged that was never there. Punching a man, breaking a window. I was never there at the time. Just like this case, I was never in the woods. This is just a pattern of abuse of power in the DA's office. Statements I was accused of saying, "I am in trouble, I will be ready for police," and many more came from Opera's delusional mind. Detectives making Layla believe she will get money if I am convicted was a sick tactic. She will hopefully one day see the truth. And before this incident happened, I can honestly say she was never there for her mother. I mean, if you see the text messages, she sent a lot of nasty messages to her mother. And I'm ashamed that she's my daughter and part of the Pavlon's clan. I'd like to say more on that, but not now. Stephanie and I had some fights.
But then the tone changes. Personal relationships, addiction, blame, regret, all mixed together in one statement. And this is where judges start asking, is this accountability or deflection?
As in any relationship, but never to the level of murder. Texts about alleged violence were over-exaggerated. She used to tell me all the time, and my family, that her father used to beat her. Is it true? I don't know. I do know that drug addicts will say anything to get sympathy and attention. When I first met Stephanie, I helped her get off drugs, drinking. I got her a job, a car, I got her license back, and out of a gang in Milwaukee. Her mother knows how she broke her wrist. Off drugs and alcohol, Stephanie was a kind, giving, and loving woman. We were separated since 2012, but we still loved each other and would have taken a bullet for each other. She would never have wanted me in this situation. I love and miss the drug-free, hype-free side of Stephanie. However, I became tired of her problems and addiction. Her constantly taking off, hiding with her medications, all the erratic behavior she exhibited. I was supposed to bring her home on the 23rd, but the truth is she did not want to go because she hated her parents. I wish I could have skipped my appointment at OPA and figured out some way how I could have helped her more. And I believe the parents knew that she was going to die. That's one of the first things that the mother said, that she was feeling that her daughter was going to die, either suicide or an OD. I am one of the innocent people in jail from a sham trial. You know, maybe I'll be on wrongful conviction someday, I don't know. But I would, again, like I said in my statement to the detectives, I would rather stand with God and be judged by the people than stand with the people and be judged by God. That's it.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Galavis, anything else?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. All right, so when I sentence an individual, and whether it be for, drunken driving, a lower level offense, retail theft, or as in this case, first-degree intentional homicide and the charge in count 2, hiding a corpse, there's certain criteria that every court is supposed to look at, and which I do look at and consider.
Because at sentencing, words matter, not just what you say, but how you say it. And sometimes, one statement can decide everything.